Good afternoon. I hope everybody can hear me. I'm Karen Wilson. I'm on staff with the Public Service Commission, and we are conducting the second of two public meetings in Duke Energy Kentucky's natural gas rate case. The rate case number is 2021-00190. This meeting is being conducted virtually, and it's on via YouTube. If you're watching right now and you would like to provide comments in tonight's meeting, you may do so by sending an email request to the email address that is on the screen right now. That address is psc.meeting@ky.gov. Please include your name, address, and phone number. Again, this is the second of two public meetings we're conducting in Duke Energy's rate case for natural gas rates. I'm just going to provide a very brief overview of the Public Service Commission and a brief overview of the application that was filed by Duke Energy, and then I'll be turning it over to Chairman Chandler to conduct the public meeting portion of tonight's meeting. So first, I'll begin with just a description of the mission of the Public Service Commission, which is to foster the provision of safe and reliable service at a reasonable price to the customers of jurisdictional utilities, while providing for the financial stability of those utilities by setting fair and just rates and supporting their operational competence by overseeing regulated activities. The Public Service Commission, we're a regulatory agency, independent regulatory agency. It's a 3-member commission. The Public Service Commission regulates rates and services provided by jurisdictional utilities. So who are those jurisdictional utilities? Well, there are about 1,100 of them, and the largest number of those that we regulate are small water and sewer utilities. We also regulate natural gas distribution systems and interstate pipelines, the electric utilities, the investor-owned and jurisdictional cooperatives, a small number of telecommunications. We do not regulate municipal utilities except for gas pipeline safety, and we do not regulate those cooperatives that are served by the Tennessee Valley Authority. So the rate-making process is a legal process, and in Kentucky, the state statutes are under KRS 278, and then regulations derived from those statutes, and then over time, legal principles derived from the application of statutes and regulations. Kentucky statutes require that rates must be fair, just, and reasonable. Utilities are allowed through the rates to recover their costs of serving their customers, plus the ability to earn a reasonable rate of return on capital investments. So for investor-owned utilities, they have an opportunity to earn a rate of return on their equity. And then for the nonprofit utilities, the cooperatives, rates are to be adequate to meet their lender requirements, and then also to maintain their financial stability. Every rate case has a timetable, and it begins with the requirement that the utility provide to us, to the PSC, a 30-day notice of intent to file an application. And they also must provide a public notice. And then the clock for that timetable actually begins when an application is deemed to be complete. Rates cannot take effect for 30 days, and depending on the type of rate case, the Public Service Commission will impose a suspension period. And then by statute, a rate case must be completed within 10 months. Upon a final order, if there is a rehearing request, it must occur within 23 days of the final order. By By statute, the Kentucky Attorney General is representative of ratepayers in general. Intervention requests can also come from other parties. Full interveners must show that they represent a unique interest and will contribute evidence that otherwise might not be brought before the PSC. In this current case, in this Duke Energy natural gas rate case, the Kentucky Attorney General is the only intervener. The PSC did not receive requests from other parties for intervention in this case. Every rate-making case has discovery with one or more rounds of data requests from the PSC and also from the intervening parties. We conduct public meetings, as we're doing in this case, and then a formal hearing, which in this case will begin next Monday on October 18th. So a little bit about the Duke Energy application. They filed their application on June 1st for an increase in their gas base rates. Duke Energy purchases, sells, stores, and transports natural gas in several northern Kentucky counties, and they're listed there on your screen. I won't mention those, but they serve approximately 100,000 customers. Electric rates are not part of this proceeding. Duke Energy requested an increase of about $15.2 million in their natural gas base rates. With that application, that would equate to about a 12.7% increase in our average natural gas customer's bill, which would be equate to about $8.77 a month. Would vary, obviously, according to customer usage. They also proposed a $19 monthly residential charge from the current $16.50. Note there on the screen, the last rate adjustment for Duke Energy was in March of 2019. Their application also included a rider, a governmental mandate adjustment rider. On Friday, October 8th, Duke Energy filed a joint stipulation, an agreement between Duke Energy and the Attorney General's office. The stipulation agreement includes a rate increase of $9.4 million, which would equate to about an 8% increase in the average residential bill. The stipulation modified the request for a GMA rider. They renamed it to a pipeline modernization mechanism, which would allow them to comply with federal PHMSA requirements, pipeline safety requirements through that rider. And the proposed ROE on the rider is 9.3%. The stipulation proposes a monthly customer charge increase of $1 from the current $16.50. And a proposed ROE of 3.75%. Adjustments, if approved, rate adjustments, if approved, would not go into effect until January of 2022. And the stipulation also includes a base rate case stay out until January 1 of 2026. So next steps, as I mentioned, the formal hearing will begin on Monday, October 18th. It is scheduled to last several days. At the beginning of the first day of the hearing, callers will have an additional chance to provide public comments by phone. That information will be provided on the PSC website the day of the hearing. The hearing will be live streamed via YouTube. And in addition to the ability to provide public comment at the beginning of the meeting, we accept public comments via writing, including email at any time during the pendency of a rate case proceeding. And the information for providing comments, if you wanted to do so through email, you can send an email to psc.info@ky.gov. We ask that you include the case number, the subject line, and your full name and place of residence in the body of the email. So that concludes my portion of the public comment meeting, and I'm going to turn it over to Chairman Chandler at this time. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Kent Chandler. I'm chairman of the Kentucky Public Service Commission. This meeting is being recorded for the benefit of the public, the record, and in order for the other two commissioners to review and consider at a later time. We're here today to take public comments in the natural gas-based rate case of Duke Energy, Kentucky. To reiterate the point made during the overview presented by Ms. Wilson, the role and obligation of the Public Service Commission is to ensure rates are fair, just, and reasonable. We understand in any rate case proceeding that there may be strong feelings and opinions. We ask that as you provide comments today, that you are respectful and also mindful of the time limit for each speaker. We are here to listen. The utility is not presenting during the public comment meetings, and neither is the intervener in the case. The utility and the other parties have their opportunity to make their case during the pendency of this matter. This is an opportunity for customers of the utility and the public to state their positions, concerns, and provide the Commission comments for its consideration. Again, the Commission is here to listen. During today's comment sessions, I will not be answering questions. The Commission is the fact finder and decision maker in this case, and as such, the Commissioners are unable to comment or speak to the process or substance of the pending application. Nevertheless, questions you raise during your comments may well be of assistance to the Commission and its staff in adjudicating this matter. If you have questions for the utility, or the parties to this case, you may ask them during this public meeting with the anticipation that those entities can later convey an appropriate answer outside of this public meeting. Contact information for the company can be received by calling the Kentucky Public Service Commission and speaking to our staff at 502-564-3940. Given the number of participants that have initially indicated their interest in providing comments, we'll be limiting the length of comments to 10 minutes. As always, written comments may be made to the Commission at any time during the consideration of a case and must include your name, address, and state the case number. In this matter, the case number is case number 2021-00190. Comments may be mailed to the Public Service Commission or they can be emailed. If they are emailed, we ask that you send them to psc.info@ky.gov. At this time, it's been indicated that there have been no members of the public that have signed up to speak. With that being the case, should any member of the public be interested in providing public comment, you may do so by submitting written comments to the Public Service Commission to the Commission's physical address, which is listed on our website, psc.ky.gov, or you can email your comments to psc.info@ky.gov. Be sure to include in either comments your name, address, and reference the case number 2021-00190. Further, as Ms. Wilson noted at the beginning of the hearing or prior to the hearing on the 18th, members of the public may sign up to provide public comment at the outset of the hearing, and that will be October the 18th at 9 a.m. There being nothing else, we'll adjourn these public comment sessions.